afternoon, all my grown folks. Welcome back. Today we are talking about Tia Mowry and her reality check, if you will, when trying to put herself back on the dating market. Don't forget to like and subscribe.
It got worse, but I feel like it's about to get worse. It got worse. It got worse.
We have witnessed the downfall of Tia Mowry.
Men are now just looking at women as objects. It's not easy.
Well, baby, if you're looking for it to get better, hey, it might not, but you're not getting no younger. And I'm not saying you completely some old head, but baby, you 45 years old, 2 kids, you was married for 22 years. You were a child star. So you just not the average woman. You left your husband and then you made fun of him, made him look like a fool, embarrassed him publicly all these times, and then still going on and decide to divorce him after all this time?
Okay, now that clip comes because Tia took to, y'all know she loved TikTok. She all over social media, dancing and singing, doing her thing. And I'm not even gonna judge, because I know for some people TikTok and all of that stuff can be therapeutic. It's a way, for them to escape, whatever. I'm not gonna knock somebody for what they like, but she always dancing and singing on TikTok. And so I guess she went out and tried to have a date, and hey, you see for yourself how things went for her.
So, what do you do for work? Do you like it? Do you like it? How many siblings do you have? Oh, you have a lot. You have a lot. That's fucking ridiculous.
Okay, so y'all saw what she did right there. She's mocking the dating experience. She's showing her disdain, her disgust for having to start over. Okay, but under that video that you just saw, she posted this caption to it. So let's read the caption, her words from her mouth, about what it's like to be a 40-plus-year-old woman dating. All right, Tia Mowry, quote, "Fun fact, I've never been on the dating scene my entire life. So when I tell you I'm nervous and terrified of doing this whole dating thing, I mean it. Even though I'm in my 40s, I feel so inexperienced. And while it would be easy to just throw in the towel and avoid the potential for awkwardness and hurt, I know God's got me. So if you're feeling apprehensive about new experiences, just know you got this and we're in this together." Okay, so let's break this down. Okay, so I showed you the clip with her basically mocking the dating experience, questions you would ask, on a first date or whatever, followed by this tweet. So let's talk about this. She feel like she needs to be strong and face the fact that things are going to be potentially awkward and she may get hurt. And I want to touch on that for a second, because she's the one that initiated the divorce. If you didn't see my video I did on this, what you doing? Go back and watch it. She initiated the divorce from her husband. They've been together something crazy like over 20 years, right? But now she's worried about being hurt by somebody. What sense do that make? You don't think you just hurt your husband?
Nope.
Probably hurt your children, whether they realize you initiated things and you're the source of their lives being turned upside down. But just think about that for a second. Somebody break up with you, divorce you, and then they worried about potentially being hurt in a new relationship. What?
Nope.
I mean, some of this stuff I just think is crazy. But anyway, let's move on. What else do we have for you? So this is what Tia decided she couldn't work it out with her man for. Let me add the stat. I'm sure a lot of you have already heard. 1 in 4. Okay, 1 in 4 women, African American, Black. I don't know what. I'm assuming she identifies with Black, even though the father's white. So whatever. Anyway, 1 out of 4. And you take and throw away your man, citing the famous Hollywood irreconcilable differences. And we all know, well, let me just keep moving. That was the reason for the divorce, right? So my thing is, when it comes to divorcing, if it's not the big stuff, You know, that little stuff, after you've been with somebody for so long and you had a certain level of maturity, which it seems like a lot of people are not, you learn that nobody's going to be perfect, but they have enough good to decent traits about themselves that you can work with. Just like your behind ain't perfect, but somebody dealing with you and your stuff.
Tie your monkey ass up.
So the fact that you'll just throw away your man, but I gotta be strong and go through the dating scene just in case I potentially get hurt, but you just hurt somebody. I don't understand how people just dismiss someone else's feelings and think you just gonna ride off in the sunset. That's not how stuff works. You can't do that. And I don't care what nobody say. These kids may not be old enough to process this, but divorce and breakups affect children. I know it because my son told me how it started to affect him when I was younger in my marriage and didn't know how to work with somebody and compromise with somebody, thinking that you perfect, your ish don't stink, and they the source of any and all problems. But let's move on for that. So it was a bad look for her to post this on social media because everybody is thinking the same thing I said. Like, lady, are you crazy? You left your husband and now you want to get on social media talking about, you know, you got to face this and face that. You ain't never been on a dating scene, but here you are out here. You didn't have to be out there. Your kids wouldn't have to be living in a separate home other than their father. But you chose this. And you chose it based on, and I didn't include the clip, but it's on TikTok, where the husband said there was no infidelity. So we got to take him at his word. That's what the husband said, okay? If he's not some drunk gambler who's putting all y'all finances on the line, he's not an alcoholic drinking 24/7. I didn't say is something wrong with somebody drinking. I said alcohol 24/7 can't function, that type. Somebody doing harsh drugs. Y'all get where I'm going with this big stuff, big deal stuff. Not the irreconcilable differences. This, I hate that term. That's so Hollywood to me. When people get divorced and they put that down as the reason for the divorce. You know, you threw away your man, sis.
Ain't no fucking way.
And there's plenty of women who would love to scoop him up. They may find him attractive. He got some money and some status. And again, I'm not saying that she can't get nobody. But what I'm saying is, how do you think you're going to move forward the points that she made about being awkward and possibly being hurt when you done hurt somebody? So I don't get how you feel like, you know, you should come out of this unscathed because you feel like, you know, you should be able to just go on and move on to another relationship. That's not how things work. We have to pay for our actions and pay for the things we do. You took vows. And you can't, one thing that I've learned so much about marriage over the years. One thing you cannot do is say you love somebody and just completely disregard them and how they feel about something. You can't just say, this is how I feel, and that's what takes precedence. That's not how that works. But we got so many women, so many people out here just throwing their relationships away, and then they find themselves in a situation like Tia where it's rough out here. This is uncomfortable for me to have to be out here on the dating scene, yet I'm the reason why I'm here doing this, because I threw away, and I'm gonna go ahead and say, a good man. I'm gonna call this brother a good man because, I mean, again, there was no allegations of abuse or infidelity, or excuse me, there was no proof of abuse or infidelity. So irreconcilable differences to me just means small little petty stuff and don't nobody want to be in her fold. As somebody who's been married for a while, that's what that gives me. I hate when people use that term. But yeah, she put these tweets out. She put the video, made the video, and then she put this tweet out herself to let everybody know what it's like being on a dating scene, and she's not speaking highly of it. And again, y'all can tell her better than me because y'all out here. Y'all know how cold people are, heartless, how people out here use the people, giving people diseases, want people to take care of their children, people who don't care about their health, just big. You got women out here who think everything artificial is beautiful. The lashes, the nails, the heavy makeup, the lace front wigs. Women hate themselves. You got women out here who hate the way that they look. They hate the black man. You got men who hate the black woman. It's so rough out here dating. I can't believe she would bring herself back into this.
And you know this, man.
Willingly and voluntarily, you put yourself out here where it's people who, like, they wish they had somebody that they could just trust. You know, somebody that would just be loyal to them. So y'all leave me a comment. Let me know what you think about Tia venting to social media about her difficulties on the dating market again. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'm gonna catch y'all in the next one. Detroit, y'all already know I love y'all, and I appreciate everybody's support. Thank you.